What's going on, everyone? Elite Sports back with another video. In this video, I'm going to be doing my 53-man roster for the New York Giants and what I think it should look like, as well as what the practice squad should look like, as well as the starting lineup for the Giants this 2022 season. It's going to be really exciting this year, as we're about to get the season and preseason underway on Thursday. In just a couple days, we're going to have the Giants and Patriots taking on each other in the first preseason matchup. So that's going to be an exciting game. Really looking forward to that. But let's start off with the 53-man roster. And I went with two quarterbacks here. I think it's pretty obvious. Daniel Jones, Tyrod Taylor. I don't think they go with more than two. I think they keep one on the practice squad. We'll get to that later, but I think it just makes sense that they have two because at the end of the day, you want to have as many players at other positions as you can with the holes on this roster. So I'm going to go with two at the quarterback spot, Jones and Taylor. At the running back / fullback position, I went with five. Now, of course, let me just reiterate in saying this is what I would do if I were the Giants. Now, I'm not predicting this. This is what it should look like. Saquon Barkley, number one. We obviously know that. Matt Breida, number two. I think we all know he's going to be the backup here in New York. Antonio Williams, who came over from he played for the Bills. He has ties to Dable and Shane. I think he makes this roster as the number three back. Gary Brightwell, who we drafted late in the 2021 draft. I think he makes the roster, as well as Jeremiah Hawley, undrafted free agent, who I really like out of Oklahoma. So I went with these five in terms of the backs. I think five's a pretty good number. Some could argue four, and they don't take Hall, but I went with five. Now at the wide receiver position, I went with eight. Kenny Golladay. At the O-line spot, I got the Giants carrying 9 offensive linemen. So the 5 starters, obviously, and then 4 after that. I would have had 10, but Marcus McKeithen got injured and is done for the year. So obviously can't take him there, as he's going to be on the IR. But I went with Andrew Thomas, Shane Lemieux. Those are the 2 starters on the left side, in my opinion. John Feliciano, Mark Lewinsky, Evan Neal. And then on the bench, Joshua Zudu, Max Garcia, Jamil Douglas, and Matt Parrott. Of course, Matt Gano probably would have made the roster if he didn't get injured, and it seems like he's has a career-ending injury, so that's a tough break for him. But that's what I went with at the O-line spot. D-line and defensive end, I took 5: Leonard Williams, Dexter Lawrence, Justin Ellis, DJ Davidson, and Kayvon Thibodeau. Those are the 5 that I went with there. In terms of the linebackers, I went with 9. I think this is a strong spot, stronger than people think for the New York Giants. Obviously, I think the pass rush is going to be the brightest spot for this Giants defense. And with the scheme that Wink Martindale uses, you're going to see a lot of these linebackers, even guys in the secondary, blitz. So I think the strength of this Giants defense and even football team as a whole, outside of the run game, in my opinion, the pass rush is going to be the most important. Along with the most important, I think it's going to be the biggest strength to this team, as well as the run game, like I said. But I went with 9 linebackers. That's Azeez Ojulari, Blake Martinez, Tate Crowder, Darian Beavers, Micah McFadden, Quincy Roche, who I really like, Jihad Ward, Ellerson Smith, and O'Shane Ximenez. I think all these 9 could be impact players for the Giants. I think they make a lot of sense. And I think that the Giants really are going to pick guys who could blitz, because Wink Martindale is going to do that, and he's going to do that here with the Giants for the next few years to come. So I went with the 9 linebackers. And then corners, I went with 6: Adoree Jackson, Darnay Holmes, Cordell Flott, the rookie, Aaron Robinson, Rodarius Williams, and Maurice Kennedy. That's what I went with there. In terms of the safety, I went with 3: Xavier McKinney, Dane Belton, and Julian Love. So 9 guys in the secondary. And I think the secondary is a little sneaky good. Not good, but better than people think. It's a little sneaky, and I think it could be good for the Giants. And then, of course, the special teams and kickers. I think this is the most obvious of the whole roster, as well as the quarterback spot. You got Graham Gano, Casey Crater, and Jamie Gillian. Unless the Giants, get a different punter. That's what I see there. I think the kicker and the long snapper are the most locked in, and then Gillian could change depending on what we do with the punter. Starting off with the starting lineup for the offense, I got Jones At the quarterback, of course, Saquon Barkley. I went with 1 running back, 3 receivers, and a tight end. So Jones, Barkley, Kenny Golladay, Kadarius Toney, and I got Wan'Dale Robinson as a slot receiver. We don't know if Sterling Shepard's going to be ready to go right at the beginning of the year, but even if he is, I would start Robinson. Of course, you're going to get a lot of mixed packages, even a 4 wide receiver set, and no tight end. Who knows what you could get with this Dable Kafka offense, but that's what I went with there. You also have Slayton behind. You have Richie James. You could use him in the, in the run game. He can be a wide receiver that, is used in the run game like Tony, or in the Wildcat. You could get a lot of different, plays and formations for the Giants in this offense, but that's what I went with there. Of course, Bellinger at the tight end, and then the O-line, I think it's pretty straightforward and obvious. Thomas, left tackle. Left guard, Shane Lemieux. Center, John Feliciano. Right guard, Mark Lewinsky. And right tackle, Evan Neal. So that rounds out the offense. For the defense, at DE, I got Jihad Ward. I got the 3-4 defense for the Giants. I got Jihad Ward, Dexter Lawrence, Leonard Williams, and then Azeez Ojulari and Kayvon Thibodeau on the outside edge. Blake Martinez and Crowder in the middle at the linebacker spot, and then Adoree Jackson, Darnay Holmes with McKinney and Love in the secondary. That's how I see it going for the Giants, and I think you could get all, that entire front 7 to blitz, on certain plays. It's a really interesting and fun sort of type of defense. It's a exotic defensive scheme that you don't really see, but it could come back to bite the Giants. But we'll see how the secondary plays. I think it's a good enough secondary to be able to hold up what Martindale's defense could look like. And then the practice squad: quarterback Davis Webb, Sandro Plasgummer, and Jashawn Corbin as the running backs. The receivers, I took 2, Robert Foster and David Sills. Tight end, Austin Allen, the undrafted rookie, big 6'9" guy. I got 3 offensive linemen: Ben Bredesen, Josh Rivas, and Will Holden. Jalen Holmes as the defensive end. I took the 2 special team specialists at the linebacker spot: Cam Brown and Carter Coughlin. Khalil Dorsey, Michael Jackett III as the corners, and then Andrew Adams and Yusuf Corker, who Corker I think has a, kind of a dark horse shot to make the team as a safety. But guys, that's all I got in this video. You guys let me know down below in the comment section your thoughts on this practice squad starting lineup and 53-man roster look for the New York Giants. What do you guys think of it, and how do you see it playing out? What changes would you make? I think this is pretty much what the Giants team is going to look like for this upcoming season, and I'm excited for the year to start. You guys let me know all that good stuff down below in the comment section. As always, please leave a like on the video, subscribe to the channel if you guys are new. We'll see you guys all in the next video. Let's go Giants.